Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a new updated eyebrow tutorial to show you guys. The four things you're going to need is an angle brush, concealer, a blending brush, and your eyebrow pencil. Oh yeah, and a mirror. I'm about to show that too, a mirror too. The eyebrow pencils I use is an eyebrow pencil from the beauty supply store. It's the shade, well the company is Nika K, and the shade I use is either not deep dark, dark brown or ebony. So, all right, never forget all that. We're going to get right into it. You want to make sure this is the one thing you need to have fleeky eyebrows. Well, the one thing you have to have fleeky eyebrows. Your eyebrows need to be done, plucked, waxed, whatever. They need to be done, threaded. They have to be done, okay? Because if your eyebrows are not done, you're not going to have fleeky eyebrows. And I know we can't go do our eyebrows because of quarantine. So, just pluck the unwanted hairs, okay? Okay, so when I do my eyebrows, I start from the front. That eyebrow specifically isn't my best eyebrow. It's not as arched as my other one. So I use my finger to hold my eyebrow up to do a arched eyebrow for that eyebrow. So I start with small strokes in the front, and then I gradually make my way to the back. And I do the same on the top as well. I will start with small strokes, kind of like outlining my eyebrow the shape I want it to be. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm outlining your eyebrow the shape you want your eyebrow to be. But don't do it a shape that you know is not gonna look right. Like, do it your natural eyebrow. Like, go with the way your eyebrow naturally is, like the way it's shaped. Okay. So I'm making little small strokes, but each stroke I'm extending and I'm making the line longer. As you can see, like I'm stroking, but I'm like extending the stroke as well. So it can be like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's just basically I'm outlining the way I want my eyebrow to be shaped. I do the exact shape of my eyebrow the way it is, except for my tail, because I don't have a tail. So I'm drawing on the best way I can. That's the tail, how I want my tail to look. So after I'm done with that, I do the same on the bottom. I brush my eyebrow hairs up and I draw a fake imaginary line, or whatever you want to call it, on the bottom of my eyebrows to draw a tail. So I just had to draw a tail on. It took like 2 seconds. And then after that, I do strokes on the bottom of how I want my eyebrow to be shaped on the bottom as well. Then after that, I start perfecting, and I try to like draw the arch that I want, the imaginary arch. For some reason today, that eyebrow specifically did not want to work with me, so I kept having to like erase the arch I was drawing with my finger and redraw it again. It was giving me a hard time, but I got it. Now I'm gonna use the opposite side of my eyebrow pencil, and I'm gonna blend in those marks that I was making with the eyebrow pencil. I'm gonna blend it in. My eyebrow spoolie already has like the leftover eyebrow. Oh, that makes it sound nasty. It has the eyebrow pencil on it, so when I do blend my eyebrows in, it kind of like draws on some more of the eyebrow pencil, if that makes sense. I don't really know how to explain that. But after I'm done doing that, I'm just like, you just want to make sure you just get the eyebrow the way you want your eyebrow to look. Go with the natural shape of your eyebrow. Do not try and draw no extra shit. Just go with the shape of your eyebrow. Match it up from the inner of your eye to the outer of your eye. I don't know how to say it. What the fuck is that called? Your inner eye to your outer eye. We just gonna keep it at that. So after that, I'm going to grab my eyebrow brush, the angled brush. I squeeze mine. I make sure it's like flat, so that while I'm sculpting my eyebrow out, not sculpting, outlining my eyebrow, it's a neat outline. Like, the line is completely straight. And then after that, I'm gonna grab my LA Girl Pro concealer in the shade Fawn. You need a concealer at least 2 or 3 shades lighter than you. You do not want 3, 4, or 5, 6 shades lighter than you, because then your eyebrows are gonna look like they're floating on your face. Okay? So you want to make sure you have 2 to 3 shades lighter than you. My concealer broke, so we just gonna ignore that, okay? You want to put a little bit of concealer on your eyebrow pencil. You want to put a lot. Because for beginners, if you put a lot, you're going to fuck it up. So use a little bit and then keep adding more as you go. I still do that because it works for me. I don't like to put a lot. I'm trying to learn with using a lot of concealer, but every time I use a lot, I always fuck up. So I still use a little bit of concealer, as you can see on my brush. So after I get back in focus, okay, I start with the front of my eyebrow. I hold my eyebrow because I need to angle this eyebrow. Remember, because this eyebrow is not as arched as I want it to be. So I start with little strokes. The same way I pencil my eyebrow is the same way I outline my eyebrow with my concealer. So I start with little strokes, and as I keep stroking along my eyebrow, I make the line longer. This is what makes your eyebrows fleeky. You can fill your eyebrows in as, I don't want to say as messy. Don't be messy. Try to be neat too. But you can fill your eyebrows in as messy as you want. When it's time to clean up, this is the part that you need to have on point. It's basically outlining your eyebrows with concealer. Because this is where your eyebrows look fleeky. Okay, I'm zooming in because I want y'all to see this. I'm taking my time. You see, I'm so concentrated, y'all. Like, I'm literally concentrated. I'm taking my time and I'm outlining my eyebrows. I'm making sure that line, you see that line in the front of my eyebrow? That line is straight, it's sharp. You want it to be sharp. Take your time with outlining your eyebrows. Do not rush it. Make sure it's nice and sharp and that line is going straight across the way your eyebrow is shaped. Because your eyebrows arch. So it ain't really going straight across. It's going across and then going up. Okay, it's slanted. Okay, so you want to make sure that line is nice and neat and straight. Because you do not, this is the part you do not want to mess up. Now this is the part that's easy. And what is wrong with me? Oh my gosh. This is another important part. When you're done drawing that line, you blend that concealer down with the same angle brush. You blend it down. I'm going in a little bit and I'm like continuing to, clean up my eyebrow. But when you're done cleaning your eyebrow up, that concealer you just put on, you bring it down. Just so I just did it. If you want to rewind, go rewind to double check to make sure you got that step, okay? You bring that concealer down. You do not want to fuck that up, okay? Okay, I normally don't do this next step, but I had to do it because I just was not liking how my eyebrow was coming out today. Like 75% of the time, my eyebrows is really, really on fleek, but 25% of the time, and these is the 25% of the time, that my eyebrows, well, that eyebrow just wasn't, it wasn't doing it for me. So I literally put a little dot. You see that little dot on the corner of my angle brush? I put a little dot. And I'm going to sculpt the top of my eyebrows. Well, specifically where the arch was, because I just did not like how the arch was looking. So I was like, okay, I have to redo this arch or clean this arch up the way I want it to look. So I'm going to use a little bit of concealer and clean up the top of my eyebrow. And I'm going to also continue to blend out the bottom of my eyebrow. But I'm going to clean up the top of my eyebrows and get it as neat and clean as possible, okay? Neat and clean as possible. This is the best part, not the best part. This is the most important part when it comes down to doing your eyebrows. You want to make sure your eyebrows is sharp, clean, neat, like butcher knife sharp, okay? Because that's what people see first when they see you. They see eyebrows. They're like, oh shit. Well, on your face. They see eyebrows. Like, oh shit, your eyebrows are so fleek. Like, period. And that's what makes your makeup. In my opinion, your eyebrows is what makes your makeup. Because if your eyebrows not on fleek, your makeup is horrible, okay? That's just me. That's my opinion. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my blending brush and I'm going to blend out all that concealer. It's super easy now to blend it out because I already did it halfway. So I just have to like brush out the edges. You get what I'm saying? You get why I say to bring that concealer down, because it just helps you. Now you don't really have to blend out that much, just the edges of where that concealer was. And it's just like, it saves you some extra steps, okay? Now I'm just going to like draw my tail, because when I was cleaning, why can't I talk today? What the hell's going on with me? When I was cleaning the top of my eyebrow, it just wasn't coming out right. All right, so Everything I just did on this eyebrow, I'm going to do on the other eyebrow, and y'all going to see it again. It's going to be sped up a little bit, but it's fine. We could rewind, okay? So I'm going to see y'all later.